Well, great morning, everyone. Oh, my goodness. I want to just jump into this morning. This really disgusting person, Harlan Crow, that is funding and fueling all this stuff to buy off Clarence Thomas on what? The highest court of the land. Now, this guy, Harlan Crow, is absolutely the most disgusting person I've heard of. He has a garden of evil at his mansion. He's the biggest collector of Nazi memorabilia, of Hitler. Okay? And in his garden, he's got statues to all the evil dictators. And this is who is fueling all of this stuff for Clarence Thomas. Yeah, nice, huh? Yeah. And then his son is being accused of funding money for a sex trafficking ring. Yes, this is who these people are. Sex trafficking, evil dictators. And so who do they get on their side? Clarence Thomas. Unfreaking believable. So I'm going to use the whole deck this time. I'm not separating them out for my Lenormand. And let's see what we have, what's underneath of this all with this guy, Harlan Crow. What can you tell me about this disgusting individual? Man, if you know all the projections that these ones want to do about Democrats and this and that, if you want a Satan-worshiping person, this is it, and this is who's funding Clarence Thomas. This is who's got Ginny Thomas on the payroll. Just absolutely disgusting. So the first thing we have out is, not a surprise, the long-term path. This guy's got a long-term agenda that he's putting out there. So what's going on now? Okay, the bouquet. So in other words, he's putting out the things that he thinks are beautiful to him, which is hate, domination, and like I said, money, domination, greed, and that's what it's about. At the center of it, sacrifice whoever you need to sacrifice, okay? He's not going to sacrifice anything, but he'll sacrifice people to get what he wants. Truly evil people. The challenge is, church. The challenge is genuine religion. That's his challenge, okay? So he will fund the evangelical evil angel ones because they are doing the bidding of what? The dark forces. Of money, greed, close the borders, do this, all the things opposite of what Christ was coming to teach about. They do the opposite, and yet they say they're doing it in Jesus' name, which is truly disgusting. The clarification is the things that are done in the dark. Okay? What's done in the dark? And underneath of it all, this is what we struggle with. This is what we have to struggle against. So now let's go into it and see what we have. Long-term path of sacrificing true, genuine religion and spirituality for the fake and the dark. Truly evil, disgusting, people. So let's see what we have. Okay, so above the long-term path, we have his fantasy, his drama, his illusions, the illusions of humanity. Now, the one cup has got the skull on it, a skull, and then the wreath of victory, okay? It's about monetary stuff. It's about the dark things. It's about snaky things. It's about hiding stuff, all the evils and things, and that's what he's working on, okay? Make no mistake who and what he is working for, okay? As far as the bouquet that he's got going there, judgment time, okay? Judgment will be coming. These fools think that they do evil and they do these dark things and there's no judgment for them, that it empowers them. They are in for a rude awakening, okay? Because under it, what do we have? If you have the fish, it's what? Eschatology. What is that? That's what the early Christians used. And to show I am a Christian, they would do half the fish with one. And if it was a Christian that was there, he would do the other half of the fish. Okay? So their judgment, and they will be judged by God, by true Christianity. That is the judgment that is going to come down. But he loves to judge Christianity and throw it under the bus. Okay, when it comes to the center of it, of sacrifice, it's balancing, juggling things. Again, tempering what he wants tempered by the strong. Okay, by using his methods, his mental things that he's got over Clarence Thomas, okay? Again, we've got the sword. Sacrifice whatever you need to sacrifice to get what you want. So we've got judgment overriding this. Judgment is going to come down on their heads. When it comes to false religiosity, he's fighting against it. Yeah, trying to get away with it, with the dark, replacing true, genuine religion with this fake, new action, replacing true Christianity, stealing away from it. And again, they preach a different Jesus. They preach the opposite. They went out to the wilderness, and when Satan shows the kingdoms, and I will give you all these if you bow down and worship me, they are licking his boots, I tell you. And so the last one, the clarification of the dark, the owl that sees in the dark, this is the nightmare scenario, okay, that is there. The strength of it, okay? They have no good intentions for anyone. Now, I don't understand how anyone can follow the dark and think that it's beneficial anywhere, okay? Dark doesn't win. Dark is an absence of light. It's got no genuine power in itself. It takes the light and it skews it. It starts bending it until it bears no resemblance to what it is. It perverts the light. That's what darkness is. It starts with the light and it hates it so much that it perverts it. And that's darkness. Okay? It tries to hinder the light. A shadow is what? A hindrance, something that is not allowing the light to come through, okay? But it has no substance in itself. It's an illusion, okay? It's why you never fear the darkness, because it comes out of ignorance. The darkness cannot comprehend the light. It is so skewed into its own world of wanting dominance and power over others, because why? It's so lacking in itself, okay? So anyway, let's go forward. Let's see what's underneath of it. A victory. They want to have a victory over what? Justice. How? By buying and selling ones like Clarence Thomas. And they've done it from the past as a way to try to dominate world things, okay? And this is their agenda, what they're fueling, because why? They are mentally unstable, unhappy, miserable, okay? So this is what is Harlan Crow, the black crow, okay? Now usually crows can be quite intelligent creatures, but this guy is on the dark spectrum, okay? So anyway, let's break this down. Our overarching thing is that what is coming? Judgment. He wants to try to strengthen and temper things. He doesn't want beneficial things for humanity, so he will pay off those like Clarence Thomas to skew the courts. To what? To dominate women, to close borders, to put the most egregious things into place. Okay? And that's what he's working on. He is working endlessly towards that, fueling the dark out of his illusions and spins. And he wants to pervert the teachings, okay? Pervert it into that dark agenda through power, okay? Through power. He wants to steal and try to get away with these things. By what? Which is causing nightmares for people. Okay. He's one of these, one of those sadists that wants to just cause problem and whatever new power he can put into place. For them, it's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about getting away. Because what? They're fully in ego. How did Satan fall? He wanted all the glory, okay? And this is what those ones that are dark, it's all about them and personal power and ruling over others and putting in place their dark agendas, okay? So that's what I get for this guy Harlan. Oh, he's going to be judged, all right. They do this in the dark and they think they can hide it. But I got news, when you leave the physical form, all of this comes to the light, okay? And those that are truly evil doers of this type, what happens with them? They go with those of like consciousness. You can have ones like him and Hitler, Mussolini, okay, the serial killers, the ones that are sadists. They're all going to be in one little area together and they can feed off of each other. And that is truly hell. They are not allowed into the realm of the heavenlies, okay? You know, it's not like these evil angel preachers want to say, oh, just God's supposed to give you all this money, and all you have to say is, I worship Jesus Christ. Now, this is not the genuine Jesus, because Jesus would not do anything that they're doing. Jesus actually was teaching the opposite. So these ones say, all you have to do is say, I'm saved by the blood of Christ, and that's it. And God just turns his head, and for whatever evil you do, you're forgiven. It's all okay. Just be little evildoers. Follow the dark, okay? Have greed, okay? Go ahead and put down other people. Be a racist. Be a hater, okay? Trample down women. All good. All you have to do is say, I'm a follower of Jesus and I'm forgiven for everything. And do whatever little evil you're going to do. Well, this is really what they're teaching at some of these dark, evil, supposedly evangelical, but I just call them what they are, evil angel churches. Now, this is not to say every evangelical is this way. I'm sure there are some that are actually followers of the genuine Christ. But what we see invading the church is trying to supplant real, genuine religious spirituality with this fake antichrist, that which is against Christ, and do it in his name, which is just mind-boggling craziness. So anyway, I wanted to put that out there this morning about this guy. Truly, truly demonic, evil mindset. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see you online. Let's go into something a little brighter and better than these supporters of 45. Oh my God. Speaking of which, he had the most heinous, horrendous things on Easter. Biden is putting out, this loving thing to all Christians and following compassion and love. And what's 45? World War III. We need World War III. I mean, just the most disgusting things on Easter. And these are the ones that these so-called churches are putting on a pedestal, the guy that's calling for World War III. Yeah. The good Christian he cannot say one Bible verse. Absolutely nothing. He could probably quote Mein Kampf, okay? That he could probably quote, but the Bible, oh no, that's anathema to anything he does. And yet this is who they say is a champion of God. Well, if your God's Satan, then yeah, you couldn't pick a better champion than that. So on that note, a liar, a thief, probably a pedophile too. After all, he just loved Ivanka when she was young and having her on his lap, and he was great friends with Epstein, okay? So, yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish. But on that note, I'm going to leave this here. We'll see you online. Oh, my goodness, these guys are just disgusting.